there are those individuals who believe, unfortunately, that all you have to do to protect yourself is just buy more insurance. Just insure up. Don't worry about entities. Don't worry about structuring. Your insurance will cover it. Well, if that's what you believe, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. And especially if you're a real estate investor. And I hear this a lot from investors who are contemplating putting together a structure and trying to evaluate whether or not the investment into themselves warrants the going forwards with it versus just loading up on insurance. Well, many people are unaware that many things are not covered by your policy. For example, environmental claims. I brought up toxic mold. That one claim there, that's not covered by a policy. Contract claims for deals gone bad. So let's say you're involved in a purchase and sale agreement, or you're involved in a business contract and it doesn't work out and the parties sue one another. You're not covered under an insurance policy. Animal damage that occurs to your house. There's a great case that I read about where a squirrel got into someone's house and just tore it up for several days. And they brought a claim against their policy, and their policy said, or their provider said, nope, it's not covered. You're on your own for that. Partner disputes. So if you're involved with someone else in a business and you set up a joint venture together, and then one of the partners does not do what you expect them to do. Let's say you're starting an RIL, residential assisted living with someone else, and you're doing all the work and you expect your partner to put in at least as much work as you, and the partner doesn't. You decide you want to kick them out because you've put in the majority of the effort, and you try to kick them out and they turn around and sue you. Now you're going to be stuck in litigation. Insurance will not cover you in that situation. Loan defaults. But think on this. You have a piece of property. Your tenant decides, oh, I heard you don't have to pay landlord's rent anymore, so I'm not going to pay my rent. And they quit paying you rent. But your mortgage company has a different approach when it comes to collecting on the mortgage. They expect you to pay. So does the state and the county. They still force you to pay your taxes. Doesn't matter what your tenant's doing. You still have obligations that you have to cover. You don't have the money coming in. How are you going to make those payments? Well, if you're in that situation and the bank comes after you because of non-payment on your mortgage, they could get a deficiency judgment against you. That means this, that the amount of money they collect from selling the property is less than what is owed. Then you become liable for the difference. So you're responsible for that. I've seen that a lot with commercial property, especially think about it in this context right now, where commercial is somewhat riskier because there's a question now whether or not when we open back up in certain states that commercial activity is going to be the same as it was before. More people are going to be working remotely. If so, then what does that mean to all this space that is sitting around out there on the sidelines? Will it be utilized? You've probably seen it in malls, how malls now are trying to be converted over to Amazon warehouse facilities. So there is risk there, but if you're the person on the mortgage, you become liable if that mortgage can't get paid and the bank has to take the property back.